Been thinking about this idea for a while, and it finally seemed just right to execute it because, well, watch and find out. I started making videos for a few reasons. One being that I just love things. Things, whether it be music, movies, or a game, they're able to spark stuff in me, and sometimes I don't have anyone to talk to these things about. Whether it be that people have different interests or a different level of intrigue in said topic, I think it's simple to just file things under the mantra of nobody cares. Yeah, it can sound a little dark, but do you tell someone everything that excites you? Oh my god, my favorite team just made it to the playoffs. I can't believe this. It's been 25 years since they've accomplished something like this, dude. Nice, nice. That is not a sufficient enough response. On average, I noticed that I write at least 1,000 words on my script ideas when in college I would struggle just to write 200 words on some random discussion post. Passion is a topic I've covered before, and for the most part, writing comes natural to me when it comes to topics of interest. When I'm writing, I find it essentially allows me to talk to someone, that someone being a Word document. I get all the excess hype juice out of my brain, and honestly, creating videos is fulfilling enough because writing is one thing, but expanding on the idea visually and editing it and slapping my subtitles and whatever edits I make, that is what I'm living for. Live, laugh, love. The end product of what I initially write about is everything I would love to talk to someone about, published for multiple people, anybody to see. To speak on a note I don't really cover or widely talk about, people are increasingly depressed, drugged, medicated, distracted, and disinterested to the point where they exhibit low energy or their listening skills have diminished. I am someone that 100% knows how to be calm, but through the years I've noticed that when I'm in a social setting, sometimes I am that person that's just a little bit more wired than the others. It's something that isn't always dialed on, and yes, I can be low energy at times. One funny interaction I'll never forget is I think when I was in 11th grade, I had my shop teacher for homeroom, and I guess I was just being my usual self, full of energy, and he actually had asked me if I'd taken anything before school. So we've established that I love to create because I love things and nobody wants to hear it. And that's the thing. As I become a sellout and phase out from variety life videos to media and entertainment, I have noticed that many channels that cover movies and television have a lot in common. Starting with their voice. Oh my god, a lot of movie people are boring and monotone. I cannot stress this enough. I even toss a gamble in my head when I find a new channel on whether or not they're energetic or just boring. I gamify a channel's energy. So today guys, I ended up watching Scream 6 and I just have to say guys, they really knocked it out the park with this one. Throughout the course of the film, Jenna Ortega and her group of friends from Woodsboro are constantly against the hands of Ghostface. Boring! If you really like the movie, why are you speaking like that? Jesus! To go hand in hand with that, a lot of commentary channels on entertainment are freaking negative. Not review channels, commentary. I'm talking about those mofos that do 20+ minute video essays. They create negative content in their robotic voices, which just adds insult to injury. Because if you're going to put energy into something you hate, at least don't sound like it's sucking away your life force. Because if it is sucking your life force, why do it? It's for the views. Negativity sells. Get off the internet for a week. I've found one channel so far that has surprised me in uploading This Makes Me Happy content called Film Speak. I randomly came across this channel because I wanted to see how other people were executing their Elvis movie reviews, and he has emotion, bro.
You'd have told me that one of the films I'd spend the better half of 2022 obsessing over was a biopic on Elvis. I don't know if I'd believe you.
Or Baz Luhrmann's 2022 film Elvis is mediocre garbage and I have no idea why it was made. Let's start off with the editing. ADHD much? Haha, am I right, boys? God! I want to continue filling the void of energetic and fun, more positive commentaries in this space. I don't have a background in film, nor have I ever studied it, so I do like to keep my discussions more relatable, and not full of nerdy criticisms against dialogue, and how the screenplay could have been better. While we're on the subject of voids within YouTube, I want to create because I wish there were more videos of things I'm interested in. I do like a classic black and white movie, but there are, well, obviously folks, A, no one is talking about these ancient movies because not many people know about them. B, sometimes there is content, but not presented in the high quality formats that we are used to. And C, the painful truth that talking about a 1940s movie probably wouldn't perform well. I'm not too sure on the market for these oldies. But I would do it because I want to create my interest. My number one rule when recording is to not sound boring. As long as you can keep good energy and tone, you can be entertaining and your core audience will support you. I sort of relate this to how you always hear ratchet ass music being blasted from cars.
Woke up in a body bag. I'm in a body bag full of bricks. I'm full of bricks in the body bag.
It's never Taylor Swift. It's never Frank Sinatra. It's never Beethoven. I want to be that person blasting what's out of the norm. I've got an idea for a series to do on this channel that I'm not going to say just yet, and I do want to get that classic movie idea rolling sooner or later.
Sending my name all over the place. Alright, do anything that you want to do. But honey,
so now you know I create because I love things. I want to be outstanding as a positive commentary figure, and I just wish there was more content of the things that I'm interested in. And that leaves us with the fourth and final reason of legacy. I love not deleting most photos I take of myself because we're aging every day and we're all getting older. We live in a time where a photo you take in 2020 is still gonna look as impressive in 2070. Video takes that a step further, and I think the idea of my kids one day watching my videos is pretty freaking cool. A lot of my stuff from last year is more general about life, and I make sure what I make now can still appeal to a general audience, regardless of whether it's clicked on or viewed. I've grown as a person over the past year and a half since my first upload, and I wish I wasn't confined to a chair as my creativity and limits have taken a hit for sure. But I'm still happy to be here. I create because I like the thought of these crafted home videos. Yeah, I'll probably cringe, but damn, one day my nice little family can binge my channel, my TV network. I also sometimes reflect on the past, and I just love to make my younger self proud. Funny thing is that I used to be the most shy person ever. I would never talk in school as a kid, and I remember one time when I did, all the other kids were surprised. Oh my God, he talked. Another time, my dad and his cousin dropped me off to the bus going to pre-K, and I cried as I watched him when the bus drove away. And now here I am, putting myself out there with confidence. Not everyone can. So to you, my dear boy, we shall be great. I recently lost a family member, and that always invigorates the drive to continue with passion, man. They are no longer here, so I have that much more reason to be the best version of myself. I refuse to not chase this dream or to be someone miserable or spread toxic energy. I'm alive, you are alive, so let's do something with that. Love what you like. Video is over now, but if you're wondering why I cut my hair, I just really wanted to give myself a fresh restart. Plus, I feel like my skin can benefit from it. I have some acne, maybe somewhere along my forehead. I know here is infamous, and on this spot right here, it just loves to flare up. That I'm conspiring is due to my hair. And yes, I would say that the way I look now is my favorite look of my avatar. Curly hair and just a clean face with a mustache. But I do this kind of every year. In 21, I cut down my fro down to a similar look of now. And back in 2022, I did what I did now. I'm restructuring my priorities because I've never felt better about creating as I do now, and I can no longer excuse giving my energy to obscure causes anymore. This is my grind time, so I'll catch you in the next.